84% of people think that texting or taking a phone call during a meeting is rude. 72% of us feel uncomfortable moving 5 feet or more from our cell phone. 80% of us sleep with our cell phone. And 40% of us are addicted to our cell phone, some of us checking it up to 900 times in a single day. Gents, what all this data means is that we've got a powerful tool that many of us misuse. Today's video, gents, a modern guide to phone etiquette. Today's video, gents, I'm breaking into 2 parts. We've got 10 rules for phone etiquette, and then we've got 10 situations and what you should do in each of them. Rule number 1, the 10-foot buffer. So this applies if you're in a public space or you're at a party. If you're going to take a phone call, you're going to make a phone call, you want to give yourself a buffer. What you're looking to do is not have your conversation basically affect others and have their conversation affect you. You want to create that bit of space, that bit of buffer. Rule number 2, try not to talk about personal or private topics in a public space, especially those which no one else really wants to hear. Yeah, so I just got back from the doctor and he said it was contagious. Yeah, that rash, and remember those sores I had with the pus leaking out? Ugh. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm going to grab my food right here. Do you mind me squeezing by you? Yeah, don't have those conversations. People don't want to know this stuff. Rule number 3, gents, watch your tone when you're on the phone. You don't want to shout. You don't want to yell. You don't want to use foul language. You don't want to be screaming into that phone and having an emotional outburst. It's about respect for other people and making sure, yeah, you may not be able to change the way you engage with this person, but you can change the situation and when you choose to actually have this engagement. Next up, get rid of that obnoxious ringtone. You know what I'm talking about. Me personally, I keep my phone on silent by default. The next rule, by default, keep the volume of your phone on mute. So have you ever had this happen to you? You're in a library, you're in a quiet workspace, everyone's deep into their work, you got some time to kill, you start to surf the web, and all of a sudden, all of this noise is coming from your phone. Yeah, this is embarrassing. Everyone's now looking at you. Guys, let's nip this in the bud. Keep your phone by default set to mute on volume. Now, speaking of surfing the web, yes, obnoxious sounds are bad, but you know what's worse? When your information gets hijacked. Literally, you got someone that comes in your phone and they actually pull the data off. Or you actually go to check a site and you're blocked. Or your information is basically collected and you're no longer anonymous when you're surfing the web. Guys, when you're surfing the web from your phone, you want to use a VPN. And the paid sponsor of today's video is ExpressVPN. This is a great service, guys. I've installed this on my phone. I've installed it on my computers. I absolutely love what these guys are doing. So what's a VPN? Guys, in simple terms, it's a secure, private, anonymous tunnel that protects your information from prying eyes. It's not going to be hijacked. You're not going to have hackers coming in. And what's really cool, because I've worked from schools, yes, and they block, let's say, YouTube, and I need to access YouTube to be able to see what's going on with my videos. Well, guess what? I can use the VPN to just get around that. And that's what I love, guys. So if you're in another country, you're traveling, you're using Wi-Fi, yes, that is non-secure, and you can have your information stolen. You want to be using a VPN. So why ExpressVPN? What makes them awesome? Let me lay it out for you. They've got VPN locations in over 94 countries. Guys, this gives you plenty of options to choose from. They've got 24/7 customer support so you can get help whenever you need it. They've got apps for every device. We're talking Windows, iOS, Android, Mac, Linux, routers, and more. It's easy to use. Guys, connect with just one click. They've got best-in-class encryption. We're talking 256-bit AES. They got browser extensions for Chrome and Firefox. It's less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Guys, to check out ExpressVPN and get 3 months free, use the link down in the description of today's video. That's expressvpn.com/RMRS. Again, guys, that's expressvpn.com/RMRS for 3 months free with a 1-year package. The next rule, gentlemen, think before you text. So you know the advantage of calling somebody is it takes about 5 to 15 seconds to actually get them on the phone. You got to find their number, you got to dial it in, you got to wait for them to pick up, and you've got that time that you can cool down, especially if you're emotional. You got to be careful. So many people, in fact, they did a study, they found that 2/3 of people have sent a text message that they regretted sending. So you got to be careful. So before, gents, you just send off that text, take a step back, breathe, and make sure that you're not going to regret sending it. The next rule, gentlemen, ask before you put somebody on speakerphone. When somebody's having a phone conversation, it's implied that this is a private conversation between 2 individuals the vast majority of the time. So if you're going to change the dynamic, you need to ask permission. Now hold on guys, really quick. Are you enjoying this video? You like it? Click on that like button. And if you're new to Real Men Real Style, welcome and join our community by clicking on that subscribe button and that notification bell. Make sure to ring it so that you get updates when these videos are coming right out. Next up, make sure you ask permission before you share recorded information. We have this whole record of all this information shared, from pictures to texts that we think are funny. And guess what? We take a snapshot, we share it on social media, we pass it around. But did you ask permission with the other party that was involved? Because this could be really embarrassing for them. The point is, gentlemen, even with text messages, people assume that there's a bit of privacy when it's between two people. So be careful when you're sharing that with others. Try to get the permission of the other person involved. Next up, let's talk about the rules surrounding dropped calls. So you don't want to ever blame anyone for a dropped call. 1 out of 50 calls actually end because they're dropped, some type of technical issue, but don't ever pass blame on to others, and definitely don't get upset. Don't be a lighthouse. I'm talking about flashing the light on your phone, whether you're just sending out a text, you're using the flashlight. Guys, be careful in a dark environment because it ruins it for everybody. And my advice, gentlemen, is to avoid temptation. Turn your phone off when you're in the theater because you don't want to get that buzz going to check a text and all of a sudden you're blinding the people next to you. And gentlemen, it should go without saying, but never text or talk on your phone while you're driving. And yes, talking on your phone, even with a headset, is just as distracting as if you were holding the phone up right here. Guys, you can only focus on one thing. Take care of yourself. I want you to get where you're going alive and take care of the passengers you're with. Guys, put the phone down. It can wait. So now let's talk about situations. First up, we've got private conversation. The phone, whether it be text or a phone call, should never come between you and a person that you're having a private conversation with. And in general, human beings always rate above what's coming in on this phone. Next up, let's talk about interaction with strangers. Specifically, you're at the checkout. What you want to do is not be on the phone and give that person, as a human being to another human being, the respect of your full attention. Show people respect, even if they're a stranger, by getting off that phone call. So now let's talk about at work. Really depends on your job and what you do. If you've got a job in which you have to be there 100%, it's very labor focused, and you've got a break, then you want to make the call on your break. Maybe it's going to be the lunch hour, but you want to, in general, not try to take personal calls during work time. Next up, we've got meetings. And like I said, the stat is 84% of people view taking a call or even sending a text during a meeting as a bad sign. You're not paying attention, and that's key. But don't try to multitask because you can't do it. You're actually just not there at the meeting. You're not present. Now, what about public transportation? We're talking buses, trains. Text, perfectly fine, but phone calls, you want to be careful of. You don't want to keep them too long. You want to keep them short. You want to make sure it's only an important call. I would prefer to wait till you're out of earshot. You don't want to push your conversation on other people. So what about restaurants? Really, it depends. Are you eating alone? Are you eating with other people? If you're eating with other people, it goes back to a personal conversation. The phone does not come out. I would even keep it in your pocket. You don't want to actually put it up in front of you or even on the table because that actually creates distance between you and the other person. Now, if you're alone, yes, you can text, but when it comes to taking phone calls, I would really try to keep that till you're out of earshot of other people. So what about if you're in a car? Guys, if you're driving, it's easy. Don't text, don't talk. I want you to get there alive. But what if you're the passenger? So texting is fine, but talking, you probably want to get the driver's permission. Why? Because it's distracting, and also it kind of isolates the driver. I personally don't like it when somebody is talking on the phone. We're in there together. I'd like to have a conversation with them or to have them available for a conversation. All right, so what about concerts, movies, plays, the theater? Guys, it really depends on light when it comes to texting. But once the performance has started, you've got to give respect to other people. So think about noise. You don't want to basically be loud when people are trying to enjoy the concert. They're trying to listen in on what's going on with the play. What about religious events? What about church, mosque, synagogue? When you are there, it's about showing respect, no texting, no phone calls. What about the waiting room at the doctor's office, at the DMV? Guys, text is perfectly fine. Phone calls, keep them short and brief. Remember the 10-foot rule. All right, gentlemen, now it's your turn. I want to hear from you down in the comments. What did I miss? I know that there are some things that people do on their phones that you absolutely hate, or maybe you actually like. Let me know down in the comments, guys. We'll be checking it out, and go check out ExpressVPN. I will link to them down in the description, guys. Go check them out. That's expressvpn.com/RMRS for 3 months free with a 1-year package. All right, gentlemen, that's it. Take care. I will see you in the next video.